and I am here to preview the Vancouver Whitecaps visit to Minnesota United at Allianz Field tomorrow night. Um, as we all know, coming into this still at the bottom of the table, haven't gotten a point yet. 4 straight defeats, coming off just an embarrassing 3-2 comeback defeat in Colorado. It was just, a classic signature Minnesota sports team. As supporting Minnesota sports teams go, I mean, there really isn't nothing you can do about it. But like I said in the instant match reaction, as soon as Colorado got that one goal back, which I mean was a beauty of a volley, from outside the box by Kellen Acosta, that they were either going to draw or they were to come away with all 3 points, just because, the mentality and the tactics that we might have to a point. But I think definitely for keys to the game this time are definitely he needs Adrian Heath, who I'll won't be afraid to admit it, that I'll give him time, but if we get Huno and Frag Payne when that becomes official. But if we just put an embarrassing performance out tomorrow night, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm joining the Heath out train, and but said otherwise, if he can maybe steer, because who knows when we would get Unu and Frag Payne, and then we have Lud and Raitila and Greg Goose at the Euros this summer. So depending on like I said, depending on how that goes, we might not have kind of our best players playing together under Heath. So I'll get into my starting 11. So my starting 11 for the keeper, of course there's only one answer, and then that's Dane St. Clair. And other than his mistake on the equalizer of of kind of bobbling and not being quick to the ball, he's still really good. And I could technically see Miller start, see if he notices, see if his organization of the defense maybe could help a bit. Then right back, Romain Mentiner. The machine. There's really nothing else to say. I know they said he was subbed off injured against Colorado, and he said today that he should be fine to play. So depending on that, and then how long he lasts, maybe give DJ Taylor a run out. And then for my center back, I'm still going to stick with it. The controversial pairing of Michael Boxall and Brent Kallman. And I know people say, oh yeah, Kallman hasn't been good, or everything went kind of started to go downhill last game when we brought Kallman on. But yeah, I would keep center back pairing of Boxall and Kallman with Dibasi still out. So for left back, I'm still sticking with my guns. I'm say we try Jukka Raitila out at left back. I want to see, because I know that's where he plays for the Finnish national team, and he seems to be really, really good with that. And just to give Gasper, because I think Gasper's kind of been asked a little bit too much. I feel like Gasper is not a proper full, a proper, you know, more wingback that that likes to get up the field and attack. Whereas Metnair, I think, could really do that. So yeah, that's where I think I stand on as far as the left back situation. As much as we loved Gasper, and he just, I think he's just been asked too much, and at this point in his career, I mean, you know, uh, was a third season, I think. It's still kind of young. Um, yeah, I just want to see how that finds out, and then for the center mids, I am gonna go with Trap and Grey Goose. Um, I Since we have a game, a midweek game and then a game on the weekend, I don't see, playing, playing Ozzy, because he's he probably doesn't have the legs to go all game and then play a game on the weekend. Um, so that's my center. On to left. I am going with Dotson, or maybe Nico Hansen if he's available. I didn't. Well, from what I looked, I didn't see if Hansen was available for this game. But one thing I will have to say is Dotson is very versatile, but I think one downside might be, but playing him in many positions might kind of maybe slow his development in a sense, or I look at it this way, like him playing a bunch of positions makes him have like a better understanding of other positions relative to his natural position on the his natural position on the pitch is as being a central midfielder. Um, at center attacking midfield, I'm this one is a no brainer. I'm going with Emmanuel Reynoso. I still, for the life of me, don't understand why Heath took him off. Our most creative player for Brent Coleman to preserve a draw, to try to preserve a draw down in Colorado instead of going for the win. But I think with against the Austin, I think he kind of had like a little problem with something, and so and then with on the right, I'm gonna go with Finley. Just a little late congratulations to Finley for becoming a father. Finley at his age, he's still good. He's still good with his pace, and he tends to at least get in good scoring chances every single game. So I wouldn't change that. And then at striker, you have the likes of Avila, but I think they said like he's not in terms of where he's like fit. Well, I think he's fit. They just don't know if he's like ready to go and back on his form yet. So then you also have like Agudelo, which I'm kind of like I wouldn't for me, if I had to pick between kind of makeshift strikers, I would pick who I went with. I went with Robin Lod as a starting striker, because he just seems to be pretty good in the striker role, and he can kind of, at times, change with, with Ethan Finley, and, Lude goes to the right, Finley goes up top, but my guess is probably that Finley goes on the stays on the right, and Lude up top. So that, but I'm praying. I'm hoping. I'm not gonna give a score, but like every single, just please don't disappoint. Please don't disappoint. Or if it does disappoint, all aboard the Heath out train. I am just praying for that. Just praying for show a good showing of at least show a good fighting spirit and show passion for the shirt. Because I mean, who as hell would they'd love hell I'd love to suit up if I was able to. I was certain there were certain people that would say they got offered the chance to play for your favorite club. Who wouldn't? So with that said, I'm gonna leave that there. Leave your score predictions in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And come on, you Loons.